So I've done my fair share of downloading custom content over the past couple of years for The Sims 4, but I've been wanting to make my own CC to see what I could do, and ultimately, it's a lot harder than I expected. So today, I'm actually going to recolor a specific couch that we have in base game that's only unlockable through the Tech Guru career. And let me tell you, there's only 3 swatches, so it needs a little bit of zhuzhing up. So let's see how that goes. So with The Sims 4, there's a lot of careers, as we all know. But with certain careers, there are certain levels that you get rewards for. And with the Tech Guru career, there are 10 levels with 2 different branches. But once you reach level 5 of the Tech Guru career, you unlock this hipster hugger couch. And now personally, I really love this couch. I use it all the time in my suburban homes or just homes in general because it just looks really nice in this green swatch. But the sad thing is how good the couch is. There's only 3 swatches. And I find myself needing more swatches than normal. So I thought, why not recolor this couch to see if I can add, a select few, maybe like 10 or 5 more and make it better. So the program that I'll be using today is called Sims 4 Studio, and you've probably heard of it before, like on YouTube videos and Tumblr and everywhere else on the internet. But essentially, it's a program where a lot of people make their custom content, like poses, animations, hairs, build and buy objects, wallpaper, flooring, you name it. It's probably from this program. But if you want this program, I'll link it down below in the description. It's for Windows and Mac. So if you have a Mac computer, you can use it. If you have a Windows computer, you can use it. Pretty easy, straightforward, but it's worth it. So we're going to be using the object tab here and call the Standalone Recolor and see what we have here. I've already categorized it by base game and, searched it through a sofa. And we're going to use the hipster hugger sit sofa. And let's actually name this SpringSim sofa and save it to my little folder here. Now, the one thing about the sofa is that you can only use it if you unlock level 5 in the Tech Guru career, so it's kind of difficult to find it, because normally not a lot of people go up to that level anyway, and neither do I. So what I'm gonna do is make it buyable for build and buy so you don't have to go through the career to get it. I'm also gonna make the pricing a little bit lower because I find this more of on the cheaper side. So I'm going to call it 369 because I think that's a good number. And then I'm going to call it the spring hipster, if I can spell hipster sofa. SHS. I like that name. I'll probably change the description a little bit to give it more of a fancy, funny wording. But I think it's fine for right now, so eventually I'll change it in the future. But as of right now, we're going to go through the texture tab and actually select this one. But I'm thinking of actually going with the more lighter version, so it's a little bit much easier. And I'm going to delete the other 2 swatches because I don't need them. And we're going to take this middle one, we're going to export the texture. Then we're going to go into Photoshop and drag and drop our file into Photoshop. And of course, you can use any program you want that's 2D related, like GIMP or Paint, or whatever is, accessible to you. But essentially I use Photoshop because I pay for it and it's really good for me to use. Now, I really don't know what swatches I really want per se when it comes to the sofa. So I'm going to be using the majority of my own, swatches that I've made myself. And now if you want these swatches for yourself, I'll link them down below in the description to my website because that's where I posted them. And I find them really great. So I'm actually going to change the hue and saturation, and I'm going to make it more of on a wider scale because we don't really have a white swatch for that couch. So that might be the first one that I'll do. Yeah, that'll be the first one I'll do. I'm going to save it as a PNG, and then I'm going to go over to my folders here, go to sofa, textures. We're going to make it number 2, easy peasy. Now I'm going to add a swatch, import it. There we go. We have a white sofa. Look at that, easy peasy, so easy. But essentially it's not that easy. So we're going to actually change it to colorize, make it a purple swatch. I mean, I'm not a big fan of purple, but my friend Rochella is and some other people too. So I'm going to add in a purple swatch just for the sake of that. I'm going to add another swatch, import it, make it purple. We got a purple swatch. And I think I'm going to change the hue a little bit more to maybe like a pink color. I think that's like a lighter, darker pink, but maybe I change it ever so slightly to like a mint green. I don't know. I'm going to see if I can add in a solid color, and then I'm actually going to select that, but then change it over here. I'm going to pick one of my colors. I'm going to use a yellow because I like yellow. Yellow's really good. I'm going to make it maybe like soft light, but what if I change the saturation to like that? That could probably work. Let's go back to 0, and then I'm going to change the hue to a little bit more of that color. Let's save this one. Yeah, honestly, I don't really know how many swatches I'm going to do. I think I might do like maybe 10 or 5. We'll have to see. And of course, we'll test it in game to see what it like fully looks like, so we can kind of get a gist of things, because with custom content making, it's all about trial and error. So you really don't know what you're going to really get out of it until you see it in game. Now, I think I might do maybe another swatch. That's kind of a good swatch. Ooh, I do want to re-add that green, but I didn't like the green that they had in the game. So I'm gonna make that number 5. Add swatch, import number 5. Now, I don't really know if this is gonna look in the game, but I'm gonna see for myself. I might add in like a few more actually, now that I think about it. Maybe I want like, I don't know, I want like a blue tone. So maybe I'll go like a lighter blue, change the hue a little bit and saturation to more of like, that's very bright. I'm gonna change that a little bit. Maybe like make this a little bit darker. It doesn't look that bad compared to like this image right here in Sims 4 Studio. It doesn't look really bad with the media color, but then the lighter color also looks exactly the same, but a little bit tidbit lighter. So I don't know. I think this looks okay. I mean, it's not bad personally, but I want more swatches at the bottom. But the thing is, I'll have to go into Blender, and that's a whole other thing that I don't want to get into. So I just might keep it simple for now, but I kind of want patterns. Now that I think about it, I don't think I want patterns on this couch just yet, because I don't want to open up Blender and having to figure out where everything is at, because that takes way more time than anyone needs. So do I have a blue swatch? I don't have a blue swatch. What if I do like a lighter blue? Ooh, okay. Maybe I'll go with this blue right here. Yeah. Oh, that's a nice blue. That's like a more of like a muted blue, but I want something like more on the Studio Ghibli side. So let's go with that blue right here. I have so many swatches. I'm not kidding. I am not joking. I can't stop. I can't stop making swatches. This is an issue that I'm working on, but not willing to work on. So I'm suffering, but it's okay. But I think I kind of like this brighter blue a little bit more, like baby blue. Y'all can have 3 more blues. You'll be fine. No need to complain. So let's add that one in here. Right here. There's literally no difference. There is a difference. There's a slight difference. Like if you, okay, let's see here. We have this muted blue, and then we have this blue, and then we have this blue. So like in a way, do we need 3 of them? No, but I want it. So I'm going to leave it in. Why do I want to take it out? Like, I don't know. Between the two, there's like a subtle difference between the two, but it makes or breaks a build sometimes, because sometimes things don't match. Okay, so I think for the last swatch that I want to do is probably, do I want like another green? I don't need another green. I need another yellow. I can go with more of a lighter yellow. I could go with that one. I could go with that one. That's the same one I just had before, but simply different. They're all different. So maybe I'll go with like the summer house swatches colors, change like the saturation a little bit to make it a little bit more on the, because what is the other one? That's more like, you know, sunshine yellow. So I might go with like more of an orangey yellow and go with that one instead. More maybe golden. Yeah, so let's make this a little bit more orangey here. Change this, because I want it to be my type of yellow that I really like. Because what is this color? I don't know what that one is. Let's see. What does that look like? What does this look like in the thing? I need to know. Oh, that's my yellow. There we go. That looks good. So we have like more of like this yellow, and then we have this yellow here. Okay, I can get behind that then. I can get behind that. I like that one. So I think I'm actually pretty much done with all the swatches that I wanted to add. I was only gonna have like 5 swatches and then call it there, but then I got carried away and added 20 swatches because I can't stop. So I think all the swatches that we've created today actually look really great in Sims 4 Studio, but I'm going to put it in my game, and hopefully it looks good in the game, and then I'll fix it around if it doesn't. But ultimately, this is how you basically recolor, you know, things in Sims 4 Studio and Photoshop or GIMP or whatever you use. But as of right now, the color tags are not accurate. I'll change that once I put it for download and everything, and I'll change a few of these things here because sometimes I want to, you know, zhuzh it up a little bit, change it around every once in a blue moon. I'll change the description, maybe like the name of the sofa too. The number will stay the same, of course, because I find this number quite great. But ultimately, that is all we're going to do. I'm going to save it. Let's go and take this one. We're going to copy. I'm going to go to my documents folder, electronic arts, Sims 4, mods, and then just put it in my folder. Basically, it's a drag and drop system when it comes to making custom content or putting custom content into your mods folder. Simple, drag and drop, and it's simple and easy. But let's open up the game and see what it actually looks like, because I really need to know that I did a good job and did not make a fool of myself. So now that we're in the game, I'm going to filter by base game so I can find it easily, because there's too many things in this game. I'm not kidding. But it looks like it's categorized correct, called Spring Hipster Sofa for 369 simoleons. But I think I did a great job on this. Not gonna lie. Besties, I think I've done cracked the code. I think I actually made the swatches look really good in game. I'm pretty pleased. Like, honestly, I thought they were gonna look ugly, but ultimately they don't look that bad. I'm gonna build a room so I can see what it looks like on the inside with the lighting. So let's do saucer lights, because those are my favorite lights to use in the game. I'm gonna go ahead and do that right here. Bright up the room. Let's go back to our sofas and see all the swatches in the inside. Okay, the white swatch looks good. That tan swatch looks good. That purple one looks good. My yellow one looks great. I love that one. The green looks good. But why is this giving me very 90s fashion? Or like 90s interior design with this green, this yellow, and this purple? Something screams like not 2022 era type of like furniture. I'm not mad. Honestly, I'm here for it. And I have to say, this actually looks really good. Oh, you know what this reminds me of? The Simpsons couch. Like, you know the TV show, The Simpsons? Their couch is like maybe like this orangey or like this tan color. I can't remember at the top of my head, but it looks very similar. And personally, I am not mad. And I have to say, I'm pretty happy what I did with all these swatches. Like, I might just make some more and put it for download to see what you all think, because ultimately, I added in 20. I was only gonna add in 5, and I just got carried away. Why do I like custom content so much? Surprisingly enough, these couches look really great in game. Like, the original couch itself is great, but I really love what I've done with all the colors. I've muted even more swatches than the original one had, because this is the original one right here. The original one had like this color and like this orangey color and like this tan color, which ultimately those colors were fine, but it just needed more swatches, you know? The more swatches, the better. But I have to say, I'm really, really pleased about this, and I had a lot of fun with this one, and I might do it again. But either way, as always, if you want this CC for yourself, I will link it down below in the description in case you would like it in your own game. But ultimately, I had a lot of fun. Hopefully you learned something from this video. If you did, great. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I'll try my best to answer it to the best of my ability. But at the end of the day, CC making is not easy. A lot of trial and error, but we ultimately get there at the end results. So it's kind of worth it. And yeah. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!